Morning folks, Chris Barrett here again from Retro Outdoor Equipment. Again, it's a wet horrible day here in Derbyshire, so what do? I decide to go for a long walk with my dog Buster. And I've stopped off halfway here in our woods, make a spot of dinner. I thought I'd take this opportunity to show you my knife, my Skookum knife. This particular one is made by A.S.Harding. I'll show you in greater detail in a minute, but I'm just going to tell you a bit of the history behind the Skookum. Well, a Skookum knife was designed by a guy called Rod Garcia over the water there in either America or Canada. I'm quite sure. I would have thought it'd be Canada, but don't quote me. And his design for it was inspired by a guy called A.S. Kohinski. He's a Polish-Canadian guy. I think he's now aged 77 or so, or 78 even now. He was born in 1940. He's a well-renowned bushcraft and wilderness survival instructor and an author. I think his first book was called sorry about the smoke, Northern Bushcraft, and he wrote that in 1986, but the book's now just been renamed Bushcraft for some reason. I don't know what's wrong with Northern, but never mind. He's dropped the Northern bit and it's now called Bushcraft. And his most recent book, which he wrote in 2015, is called The Grand Syllabus, and that's for instructor training program. So he knows his stuff. I mean, I think YouTube's awash with his videos. If you look for A.S. Kohinski, a lot to be learnt from the fella. Anyhow, that's enough of the old history, I think. So I'll show you the knife, if you can see from all this smoke. It's the fire's sort of dulled down a bit, so it's smoking. Never mind, I'll rescue it. Yeah, let me put this down. This is a knife. This particular one is in Holm Oak, it's called. The blade itself is slightly different than a bushcraft, standard bushcraft woodlaw style. It's a lot flatter and more pointed, which I like for carving and wood crafting. It's a very, very useful profile, is that. It's sort of a through curve, so you get a very even slice. It's in Tony's 4mm 01 tool steel, and it's hardened to 59 Rockwell by a very accurate process that he sends it away to get done. And these Skookums, they have like a butt plate that is welded onto the actual tang. And if you look closely, it's very clever how he's done it. You can't see any welds, because the welds are actually further in to the tang, so it's covered by the wood on the handle. So you know, you wouldn't know. You'd think it was all one piece. Very clever. And there's Tony's etching on the end of the butt plate. Now the idea of this butt plate is if you want to use it for crushing nuts and seeds and things, which I do when I'm cooking. I use it almost like a mortar and pestle, you know, give it a good crush with that. Of course, because you're banging down, there's no chance of you sliding up onto the blade. You're actually sliding down with your hand. All in all, a very, very usable knife out in the woods. I personally don't know which I prefer, the standard bush look, you know, the standard Ramirez style wood law shape, which I absolutely love, or these Skookums, which I actually absolutely love too. So I'm quite often torn between the two. Yeah, if you fancied one of these, I'll drop you a link to Tony Harding, and I'll put you some more pictures up. So like I say, a very, very usable knife. You won't regret getting one of these, that's for sure. Right, until next time, boys and girls, I shall try and get this fire resurrected and get some food for me and Buster, and I shall see you again. Toodaloo.